Welcome back, everybody. We are still in the 2x2s. Today's going to be a mixture because I was not able to find enough of what we wanted. So, living quarters was the plan, and as you have your keen eye notices, there is no Hope Tech. Hope Tech does not have anything to do with living crew quarter anything when it comes to 2x2 in size. So we're going to do Deimos, and I have a topic on that. There have been several comments correcting my pronunciation. You need to head yourself out to the Deimos Star Yard yourself, dock, and listen to what the dock person says. She calls it Deimos. Go in and listen to what any of the customers say. They all say Deimos. And the Maori guy that you buy your ships or your these 2x2s from, he says, "Welcome to Deimos." They all say Deimos, so I'm calling it Deimos. It probably is Deimos, but I'm calling it Deimos because that's what the game says it is. Then we're gonna do All-in-Ones, and there's only two. There's Nova, and then there's Taiyo. Now there's two additionals here. I have these to prove an additional point. Several people have said, "Oh, but Taiyo has more. They have A, B top, and mid, and A, B bottom." They do, but it's only for exterior looks. Again, unless I just happen to pick the Hab that is all identical interiors, I'm going to show you why I don't do A, B. I just do the mid. Because they're all exactly the same. Now, there's one thing of note here. That snapped like that. When I went to place it, it naturally snapped that way. I had to move it like this because if I go like this, error, I can't, it exceeds the max length. We jump over to 41. So I can't actually close out of this and go check it. I had to move it, and you're going to find out why I built this jig exactly like I did. And why, if I do a vertical stack, there has to be a 1x1 between them all, and the 1x1 has to be in the natural snap point because it messes the interior up. I can't just stack 2x2s on top of each other like a giant stack of pancakes because it's going to screw up all the interior, and the entire point of these videos is to show you what the interior looks like with it, the least amount of intrusion, so that you can choose and pick where you put portholes, where you put ladders, where you put doors. So we are going to go in and you'll see that on this guy right here. So we got A over here, we got B there, and we got mid. Mid's the first one, and then we're just going to jump over to them. I have also seen that the timestamps, the chapters, they're working just fine from the video description, but they're not working on the progress bar. That is apparently a bug, if you listen to Reddit and various other places, that YouTube has known about for over 2 years, and they have done nothing to fix it. So I have reached out to support. Hopefully something will happen, but I'm not going to hold my breath, to be honest. So first thing we're going to do is living quarters, and this is going to be Deimos. Alright, we jump right up. There's an easy way to get in. That way you lose a little bit, but I don't see too much of a problem coming there. So it's a little compartmentalized, not quite as much as like the Nova battle station is. Got a bathroom, so heads over here. It's the nice one that I like, even though it is very compact. You got the barbells, but you don't have the entire rack for it. Coming in there wouldn't be too much of an issue. Coming in here, you're going to lose the barbells. I don't know that I've ever seen anybody in the NPCs actually using them. Up and down should be no problem. Ta-da. So you got a nice little seating area. You got a kitchenette, if you will. Some extra little storage. Here's another easy way to come in. I can tell you from another one we'll see that coming in here works just fine. That way you'll lose some interesting looking storage, but you're not going to affect any of the interior terribly. Lighting's fine. I don't see much, like, recreation in here. It just... I don't know. Seems kind of afterthought-like. It really seems like, oh, it's a cargo bay that we'll just throw some couches in and they'll be fine. So, no beds. There's nowhere to sleep in here, so if this is your only living quarters, your people are sleeping on the floor or couches, I guess. So, once again, we got Deimos and we've got living quarters. Zoom this way. We're going to jump over here to Nova, bypassing Hope Tech, because Hope Tech doesn't have anything, unfortunately. Would have been nice to see Hope Tech. Alright. You know, this whole wall just seems like an afterthought. But there's an easy way to come in. Here you lose the weight rack. It definitely is the cargo bay that they just transformed. Compartmentalized, but I think I kind of dig it. So you got 2 beds over here. Nice beds. Coming in here, you might be able to do this. Come in, drop that, you know, who cares about that little table? Because it comes in on this axis. I don't know if you lose this seating area, and that's a swank seating area. Nice big TV, nice light to it. Yeah, that's where everybody should be chilling right there. Here would be a no, because you'd lose your bed. Pool table. This is the only one with a pool table. I'm on the fence as to whether coming in either way is going to drop this pool table or not. It's in a fair bit, so I wouldn't think putting that there would drop the table, but it's a difficult query as to, or coming in here and losing that shelving. Tough to say. Nice little dining table with that swank couch. You've got a galley here, so that's nice. Coffee maker, or espresso machine, actually. Very nice. It's funny. Got your head. So once again, there was a commenter that said they believe the corner heads like this do not get affected by coming in from either side. So you'd lose this desk, but you have another one right there. I don't see any problem with that. And if you drop this, in theory, you should only lose that and keep your jump seats. It's kind of weird to have these jump seats just sitting over here staring at the bathroom. I don't know, waiting in line maybe. So, Nova living quarters, I think, is going to be my favorite so far. Where am I at? That's that, so we're going this way. Now we're going to go to Stroud Ekland living quarters, the last of the living quarters. So, like I said, coming up in this little bitty room here, no issue at all. Coming through these sides is going to be no issue. It's actually a good spot to come in because it's a good, like, entry room. Especially if you're using it right off the ship, the docking bay, landing bay, excuse me. Good, like a mud room. Good for a mud room. So this is basically the Deimos. Just a different lighting scheme.
Back, eh? How's it going?
That is fancy looking, I think, steak? Can't really tell. Steak with pineapple on it, maybe? So between Stroud and Deimos on this, because it's living quarters, I would say Stroud is a little superior. I don't like either one of them in comparison to Nova. Nova is superior in every way, I think. Especially these have no beds. Nowhere to sleep in here, and if this is your living quarters, I mean, really? You're sorry, crew, sleep on the couch. Alright, so now we're going to go back and we're going to look at all-in-ones. Once again, no Hope Tech, and this is only going to be Nova and Taiyo. They're the only two with all-in-ones. I believe it's right here. One of these sides I can't get out. Nope, not this one. Alright. Jump straight up into a little corner cabinet. Got the cool couch. It's kind of a strange setup where you have this corner couch, but you got the TV there on the side. Here, I think would be no problem, but you may lose. I think you're probably going to lose this couch either way you come in, unless you come in top to bottom, which is kind of a pain in this spot. Heavy compartmentalization in this one. So maybe storage over here. You know, coming in, you just lose storage stuff, so no biggie there, I guess. Another storage. Yeah, these are literally just the 2x2 storeroom that they converted into living. Got the corner galley, or corner head again. So if it stays coming here, you're going to nuke that, but you have plenty of extra tables, so that's not a problem here. Same thing. Should be fine. You got a galley. One of the more interesting galleys that we don't really see very often. In fact, this might be the first time we've seen it in one of the Habs. So 2 beds. At least we've got some beds in this damn thing. Coming in there, it should be fine. I don't see any problem. There, you're going to lose a little bit of fun. You lose your locker, but so what? Locker's a locker. Shouldn't have a problem losing the bed, I wouldn't think. I can't make a guarantee on that. You lose your little coffee maker. But all in all, I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think it's a little too storagey. Not much for recreation in here. But not terrible. Let's see. Right. So this is going to be the Taiyo Mid, and you will see that this looks absolutely identical to the Top A and the Top B. Whoa! Okay, I guess I needed to go in the bathroom. That's funny. Alright, so you can't come in that way, you're going to lose the bathroom. Here, fine, come in, who cares. I do like that this has a separate kitchen. I think that's kind of cool. Window that sees out into the room. It's got the kind of more utilitarian kitchen in it. Otherwise, I hate it. I think it's awful. This is the all-in-one Taiyo, and I think it's terrible. Coming in here, no problem at all. There, you lose this jobby and some of that. Let's see, where's it connected? Probably that piece and that piece. Maybe it'll save that piece and this thing for you. Yeah, there's another feature I do like in this space, but I don't like these. So here's fine, there's fine. You will lose that, but it's not a storage unit. Why is it even in there? So you get a weight rack here, but not a single TV in sight. So you're not sitting and watching the latest episodes of Friends. Come on, who's old enough to remember that shit? Wow, we got a floating desk lamp. And whatever the hell that thing is. You got darts, so little tiny bit of recreation. You got your space dog. Space cat's probably behind that. So this is another feature I do kind of like. Having the, quote, bedroom. It's the only one with 4 beds. Separate in a closable space. The door's all off-kiltered. Doesn't fit the frame correctly. But I do like this. I think that's interesting. I don't like the racks. However, like I said, they're probably not as uncomfortable as they look. And I feel like maybe this will get a little stuffy, having 4 people crammed in there. But being Taiyo, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm definitely not a fan of it. Alright, so pay attention when we came up. Bathrooms right there, because these all look exactly the same when we get to the Taiyos. Because you'll see the one that I had to change the snap point, you'll see what it messed up. So Taiyo Top A, whoop, not that side. Top A All-in-One. So that's where we came up on the mid. Same bathroom, same kitchen, same layout. Everything's the same. You even have the same floating desk lamp, same space dog, same frame that's off for the door, and your racks. Now let's go to the Taiyo Top B All-in-One. It's a mouthful. And you're going to see what happened. This is the one that I had to change the snap point. Look what it did. It deleted the table that was here because this was not the snap point that it auto snapped to. It snaps at that one.
Want to turn off the grab drive so we can float around.
So this is why I build these. This is why I built the jig the way I did. This is why you have to put a 1x1 between them if you are going to force a ladder, or if I decide to just build a column of bigger ones, like when we get to the 3x3s and stuff, it's going to be tough. I have to put a 1x1 between them to stop weirdness from happening and deleting part of the interior. And that, man, it just did it in a really bad way too. It left the legs for you to like trip over in the middle right after you coming out here. Man, I gotta go to the bathroom. Walk, honk, and just whack. That would be so much fun. So that is specifically why I built the jig. I wanted it as, how to explain this? I wanted the interiors to remain as intact as possible to showcase to you so that you can make your determination where you want to put all of your... Thanks. Where you want to put your doors and all that stuff. So that would have been like that. We went from the living quarters. Deimos had a bathroom, but it had no beds. You had Nova had a bathroom, a galley, a pool table, 2 beds, and I would consider to be my favorite out of the crew-ish places for them to hang out. Non-work, you know, just go chill. Stroud living quarters was the same as Deimos, but I consider this one to be a little bit better lighting quality, considering it is a personal space. In the All-in-Ones, Nova had a galley, it had a bathroom, and it had 2 beds. Then you went to Taiyo Mid. All of these are exactly the same. I don't like it at all, but I do appreciate the separate kitchen. I do appreciate the separate bedroom. So it does have some going for it. I just don't like the design overall. I think they could have done a little more recreation with it, a little less of the, let's just throw a bunch of storage things in here and make it look full. Let's, I don't know, put up some TVs in another sitting area where they had all that storage that was kind of like, because like this whole side and this as an L, it was all storage. You had your little bedroom back here, dartboard over that table over here, the kitchen was right here, and we came up through this slot. And, you know, all of this whole L is all storage. It's just like, why? This is supposed to be where your crew goes to hang out after fighting terramorphs and shit. Give them somewhere nice to be. So that's my gripe on that one. Nova living quarters is the clear winner in my mind. Tomorrow we'll kick back off. So I looked them all up. Deimos has 6 different 2x2s. Hope Tech, which we don't see here, only has 4. And Nova, Stroud, and Taiyo all have 5 each, but not the same 5 each. So it's going to be a little weird as we do all of these to to get a full comparison. But we'll get through it, and then we'll jump onto the big Habs, the 2x3s and 3x3s. Thanks for watching, everybody.